Hi guys, what's up? Zach here. Today we are here with the next round of the Go-Kart Championship. This is round number 10. We've only got 2 rounds after this, so it's getting towards the business end of the season. And this is on my second channel. Normally I would do my main channel, but I decided to switch it over here today as I thought most of you guys wanted to just see it on my second channel and leave my main channel to F1. And yeah, so this is round 10. We're going to have one 10-minute qualifying session, then one 20-minute race, as it was the end of the day, so we couldn't really do 2 10-minute races, unfortunately. But anyway, after all that, we're finally joined by Callum.
Hey!
Who, for the first time, went go-karting, and he's going to share some of his experiences, and should be pretty interesting. Oh, I also forgot, on the left-hand side of the screen, it's me, that's Tom, sorry, and on the right-hand side of the screen, it's me, so...
And this is my first ever time doing go-karting, and I think it was pretty good because it was just me, you, and Tom.
Yeah, so it was good to just have your own space and you could learn in your own time.
I think what was a bit annoying is the fact that we had to wait quite a bit, but it wasn't our fault because the people double booked, so we've got to hand it to them that managed to get everything all sorted and that.
But yeah, we had to wait around for about 1.5 to 2 hours.
Yeah.
We booked at 3:30 and we only got on about
5. It was literally just turned 5.
Yeah, so just over 1.5 hours. I think we actually had to wait there.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but it was not too bad.
Yeah, it was actually quite interesting seeing all the other people race, because obviously I could see there was some inexperienced people and some experienced people.
Yeah.
I think the inexperienced people were just the ones that just kept on crashing into the tyres.
Well, that's the thing, because there are other people that are wanting to go with us, but as we're doing this championship, I'm kind of wary of just having us on the track. I mean, we did, wait around for 2 hours, and we had booked this time for ourselves. And also for Callum, it's his first time going, so we don't really want to get him overtaken by loads of people and get involved in accidents.
Yeah.
That's what you don't want your first time going.
Yeah, I do admit, it was pretty fun because the fact that I was. When I got overtaken, I knew it was by you and Tom, who are very experienced in karting. So
you knew you weren't going to get involved in a crash. So here we are. We're up to the back of you now.
Oh yeah.
So this is Cam in his white helmet.
Yeah. On Tom's side, and they decided to overtake me. I was playing. I knew that someone was behind me before that.
You can sort of hear it in your helmet. You can sort of hear the sort of a sound.
You can hear the engine. You can hear your engine. You can hear another engine like quite close. And I was playing difficult and like trying to steer into them so they didn't actually overtake me, but it was only a matter of timing, so they did overtake me. So
this is only qualifying. I think I've already said that. But yeah, so it doesn't matter that I overtook Tom here. It's all about lap time.
Yeah.
And I think we don't have the times here, but I think we can remember them. We'll talk about that in the last couple of minutes of the episode. Not this episode. We'll talk about them a little bit end of the qualifying session. So
yeah.
Overall,
I actually thought I was going to do a lot slower with timings, but as we'll discuss later on, I actually did pretty good.
For your first time going go-kart.
Yeah, I do admit that it was the first. This is because it was the first time you go, and I did feel a little bit unwell when I was actually going through it. I don't know why, so
we'll get onto that when it happens.
Yeah, we'll get onto that when it gets more interesting.
So there's a different dynamic because I went go-karting first in 2007, which is way before I ever drove a car. But Tom and Callum both drove a car before they drove a go-kart. So I always thought that's a bit of an interesting way because you can just sort of see how people steer. It's hard to sort of tell, but when you see Tom, he steers with both hands, and that's a lot more like you driving a car. But for me, I drive with like my hands on opposite sides of the steering wheel, but Tom sort of steers in with 2 hands. It's a bit hard to explain, but we'll see it probably at some point in Tom. When he goes around the tight corner, he uses both hands to get the steering wheel round, but I use just both hands on opposite sides of the steering wheel. And I think that's partly to do with how the sort of learning to drive, because you learn to drive through like feeding the wheel and that sort of stuff.
But then when you actually normally when you pass your test, you just don't really care about it. You don't actually do it.
It doesn't. It's good to. It's a good habit to have, but at the end of the day, feeding the wheel whilst you're driving isn't essential.
Yeah.
You can definitely get around not using it.
Yeah, but obviously got to do it for a test office.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my instructor's always having a go at me saying, you need to feed the wheel, remember?
And obviously we both fine citizens and obviously feed the wheel all the time.
Yeah, we totally do.
So, we're about halfway into this session here.
Yeah.
And there's not. Unfortunately, there's only 3 people, but in a way for Callum that's good because obviously no people do get involved in accidents with.
Yeah, no like aggressive drivers or anything like that.
But we can talk about the championship going to this round. We've got the points up here. So at round 9, at the end of round 9, I'm leading the championship on 231 points. So I can win the championship this weekend. As we're coming up to Callum here, but I'll just go through the championship standings. I can win the championship, I think, by scoring 13 or 12 or 13 points this weekend. So pretty much, if I finish both races, I can win the championship, which is good. But then in second place, we've got Ben on 139. Then we've got Will on 138. Then my dad on 133. Then Job on 123. And then it goes Tom on 86, Harry on 71, James on 63, and Will's dad on 20, and then Ryan on 10. Hopefully I've got those all in the right order there.
Yeah.
Hopefully I've said everyone, but yeah, it's good for me. I can win the championship this weekend, but it's pretty good, and I get the trophy at the end of the year. But we might even do that in a little video doing the prize celebrations or something. But it should be interesting to see what.
You're just flashing it for you, to be honest.
But yeah, in all honesty,
61.
I've been able to take part in all the rounds, which no one else has. So in a way, it does feel a bit weird winning the championship this way, but I still won the championship, and I still had to go karting every time and spend the money to go karting. So
yeah,
it wasn't a cheaper experience, but it's definitely worth it. It's a lot of fun.
And here we go, got Tom
trying
to overtake me, but I'm just trying my hardest to make sure he doesn't overtake me.
Look, I think he goes a bit wide there, and you get past him.
Yeah. Then he eventually goes past me as well.
So I think I don't think you're 100% on the throttle.
No, I wasn't. I was going on brake on this bit because I was going quite slow.
I think it's through there. You're definitely taking a lot less speed than you could.
Yeah.
It's definitely the sort of second half of the lap where you're losing your time.
It was that corner.
I think it's the last turn as well where you lost a lot of time, and because you just went straight, because there's sort of a little bend, but you just went straight.
Yeah.
And if you carry more speed through there, it just means you got more speed onto the straight and everything.
Yeah. But otherwise, I found it was quite fun. I kept on worrying about crashing into the tyres and spinning out, but as you'll probably see a bit later on, I think I eventually did spin out. And yeah.
I think that was in the race, wasn't it?
That was in the actual race itself, yeah.
But
soon after starting, everybody just went off and I started spinning off. Ah!
But the thing is, the whole thing about karting is you just want to improve and enjoy it. Really, is the main thing at the end of the day. But obviously, some people don't enjoy it because they don't just enjoy driving, I suppose. I
did enjoy, I did feel a slight hint of competitiveness, but I did enjoy that. But it's just the fact of the whole thing of me not being too good, not being too well.
But if you do want to ever decide to come again, which if you do come, you might be able to. Maybe not, but
I'm ahead of Ryan, so that's a slight positive.
You can mathematically, or you can definitely beat Will's dad by just coming one more time.
Yeah.
You can mathematically beat James, but I think he's probably just out.
James is on 63. I think I probably won't be able to do that.
But yeah, you got.
I'll definitely do go above on Will's dad.
And that means you'll get 9th in the championship.
Yeah.
And that's really a big thing in the championship for second place, because Ben didn't attend it. Well, obviously, Ben didn't attend. Job didn't attend. My dad didn't attend this round, so it's definitely put Tom in contention for second place in the championship. And unfortunately for Tom, he hasn't actually won a medal at all this year, but he's been very consistent with 4th place, which is unfortunate because he just missed out on the podium. But it's put him in contention for second place in the championship, along with Ben, Job, and my dad. They're all separated by. Well, going into this round, they were separated by quite a lot of points. I don't have to quickly math. Difference between 139 and 86. I don't know what that is.
So that is 139, 86. About 57.
Something like that.
So something like that.
Quite a big gap, and it wouldn't have seemed possible going into this round. But unfortunately, Ben couldn't end up coming. Neither could Job. My dad couldn't either, unfortunately. And also, Harry couldn't either come either. Literally, we went to Eurogame on the Friday, and then we went to this on the Sunday. It was all a bit hectic, a bit tiring, especially for me. I had 3 long days, but
Jeez.
on the trip back from Eurogame, it was just like so like. Ugh.
Yeah, because it's what's the place? Oh, it's Court, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to get the train up to London first, and then you've got to take the underground. Oh, I hate the underground.
It's just like horrible. I don't know how to really describe it, but it's just.
Yeah, it's because it depends. Because when you got it, was it rush hour for you? Like
It was sort of bad. It was quite busy, yeah.
Because when I went up to London once with my dad and my brothers, we literally sat on the train for the underground, and we could look down the carriages. There was nobody there. So it all varies at what time you get it. If it's quiet, it's nice because you actually get a seat, but otherwise it's yeah.
Right.
So it looks like it's coming up to the end now.
Yeah, I think it is the end. I think Tom's going around quite slowly. Yeah. So overall, before we show everyone the positions and we remember the times, so we can tell you them. But so what sort of times did you think?
When I stopped and I got out of the car, I thought to myself, it's going to be at least 40 seconds.
And it's kind of hard to judge it, I suppose. But,
yeah, it is.
But look, you're knowing the times. It's about 30:29 for a normal lap.
Yeah.
So I'm going into the pits. Tom's already in the pits, so we're just going to fade out and show you the standings. So there are the standings for qualifying. I got pole on I think a 30.5. Tom got second on a 31.5. And what did you get?
I got 32.
No.
34.3.
Yeah, so not too bad for your first time. 34.3.
Yeah.
It's only a couple of seconds off being competitive, really.
Yeah.
So
that was my first time, so I'm bound to be a little bit slow.
Alright then, guys. So this is the race. We're all getting lined up on the grid. This is a 20-minute race, and so this episode will end up going on for about 35 minutes after we show the standings at the end. So lights out and away we go up until turn 1. Tom's got a pretty decent start here. He's definitely got the advantage. Callum's just behind as well. He got a pretty decent start as well. So we'll see what down in turn 1. Tom's going to be able to break around the outside. It's going to be pretty close, but Tom just gets the lead. Callum just behind as well, and Tom into the lead of the race, a little bit sideways from me. And so, what are your thoughts? Were you looking at the lights?
I looked at the lights. I thought, oh great, this is the actual thing. And then when they went off, I thought, oh, am I supposed to go now?
Yeah, they don't really tell you that. That's the thing.
Yeah, they literally pointed at the lights and said, look at the lights. I thought, what does this mean? It was red. I was like, obviously red means stop. When I went to green, I was like, hang on, I should be going because naturally with traffic lights, green means go.
So that's that.
Yeah.
So Tom's leading. I'm in second.
Yeah, I think if you get a good, I don't know whether Tom managed to capture this because he did go past me, like he was able to see me when I spun out. So I don't know whether you could actually see footage of me like facing the opposite direction.
I think I could see you from my point of view.
Yeah, I know one of you two went past, like you could see me when I.
So got a bit of side by side action here.
Yeah.
There's Tom going down the inside here, and he's managed to get moved on, but he leaves space. I managed to get back down the inside. I leave space. Tom's looking down the inside once again.
See, it was very competitive between the two of you, and whilst with me, it was just the other side of the track.
Looks like Tom's just backed out there. He doesn't want to get involved in an accident, and it's meant I've gone wide. I've gone wide again here. Tom's looking to the inside. You can see what I mean about the steering as well there.
Yeah.
And it looks like he lost a bit of time there. He got a bit sideways, and I don't know what Tom's looking at. Maybe looking at Callum. I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I can't remember whereabouts I was exactly when it came to this point.
But you can see Tom's lost a lot of time from his mistake off the last turn there. So I'm not too sure what's happened there, but you can see he's got very sideways through there. And unfortunate for him because he was very competitive, and I think he could have honestly, if
he could have won it.
But he lost a huge amount of time here. And the thing is with karting, once you lose someone by that much, it's kind of hard to keep your focus and keep going.
Yeah.
And start, getting down the lap time a lot. But neither of us had great karts. Callum had a kart with a new engine, I think. But
yeah, it was a new engine. Yeah.
But you could see that in the straights. But apart from that, it doesn't matter. The engine is just for the straight lines, really. I'm not sure.
I didn't go into the pits quite yet, I think.
Well, so we might as well talk about it right now, as
Yeah.
you've already said it.
Yeah, so basically about 5 laps in, I felt like I was going to throw up on my helmet. So I thought I would do the best thing and go into the pits and just sit out the rest of the race, because I was still feeling quite unwell when Alex and Tom finished. So
Which is unfortunate.
yeah, it was really unfortunate. I don't know what brought it on, so I think it was probably when you guys come past the pits now, you probably see me standing there trying to get out of my car.
No, it's not this time. I think it's the next time.
Yeah, it's the next lap then. Because I was quite far behind, and I just started feeling like it was just so horrible.
See, Tom's caught up quite a bit here. He seems to have got the get down a bit, and I'm not sure whether he's going to go on the attack here, but he's definitely right behind. You can just slightly see him in my screen there. So it's going to be pretty big for Tom if he's closed down the gap.
I've got to hand it to him. He did very well. Oh, there we go.
I'm not sure. Do you pull into the pits when I overtake you?
I think I. No,
you
I
don't.
didn't. No, it was another lap then.
It's kind of
Because is just all of us there?
Yeah.
I think it was after Tom overtook me, I spun out.
Really?
I think it was, yeah.
I think he was a bit sort of hesitant whether he could overtake you.
Yeah.
It's coming off the throttle a little bit.
Yeah. It was quite fun because I just saw you guys go past. I thought, oh no.
And I think it must have been. We can't have caught you up that quickly. You must have spun before it.
I can't remember how many laps in, but I do remember spinning out and I was facing the complete opposite direction.
Yeah,
I did manage to.
I saw you spun out.
Yeah, I did manage to correct myself. So.
But what's this? I haven't spun in a long time. Not trying to sound cocky or anything.
Yeah.
But I've done it a lot, so I just know where to brake and everything. So how does it feel to like spin round and?
I think I actually pooped myself a little bit when that happened. I was like, whoa, what is going on? And then when I faced the other way, I thought, I think I need to turn around now because I know these two are going to be coming at me quite quickly. And I saw one of the people heading towards me to try and like sort it out, and I just tried correcting myself anyway because it was just along here up the open straight. So I thought because it's quite wide, I can correct myself. So
you spin into the grass?
No, I didn't go into the grass. It was.
So what happened? Like, were you just going a bit too fast? And
I think I was going a bit too fast, and I turned like,
too
much, and that caused me to spin out. I didn't use the brakes at all at that point.
Yeah. What did you do once it was spinning? Did you slam on the brakes or?
I just came off the throttle and just stopped steering, and then when it finally stopped, I just went straight into action and just corrected myself. There we go. Yeah.
You're in the pits last lap, I think, but
yeah, it was.
So that's unfortunate for Callum to have that happening, but. At the end of the day, you just got to learn from the experiences, and if he ever does come again, he's got an opportunity to fight with us, which would be pretty fun.
Yeah, I actually really did enjoy it. It was really fun. It was a bit competitive, but obviously I was way out of my league with you and Tom.
But if you do him again, you'll be faster. Come again, you'll be faster. But at the end of the day, it's just what you want to do. Whether you want to do it.
I would very much like to come back and do it again, but I've got to try and sort out the whole thing with my. See if I think it could have been something that I ate before because.
Well, it might have been because you were like rattling around in the car.
Yeah, because that's the problem with me. Because I'm quite a small person. When I go around the corners, I go from one end of the seat to the other end, and it was just really annoying.
Did you have you had the seat thing in, didn't you?
Yeah, I had the seat thing as well. Oh, it's because I'm just so small. That's why.
You could have maybe try and put 2 in. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe next time. Yeah, you see, I think Tom's really trying his hardest to try and overtake you and
going on the attack.
Yeah.
And the thing with my car is it was a bit weird because it just suddenly started sliding halfway through the corners. So you see, sometimes I've just got to correct it, which is a bit unfortunate, but. That's just that.
Yeah, it's.
What are you thinking about when you're in the pits? Were you just like?
I just thought I wish I was out there again, but then I thought I don't really want to because I'll probably end up blowing up. But also another thing that really annoyed me was the fact that my helmet visor kept shutting.
Oh yeah.
I opened up a little bit for it
Actually, that might be why. Because it gets really hot, and then you start feeling a bit sick.
Yeah, it was getting quite hot, and because. I would lift up the visor a little bit, and I would turn a corner, and then it would just shut itself. Yeah. And then, because I'm trying to focus on the corner, I won't be able to open it. And I kept on opening it every now and then because it just kept on shutting. It really got annoying, but
I'll tell you what. Next time we'll try and if Ham does come next time, we'll try and sort something out in terms of the helmet and everything. And I think we can make him not feel sick, but definitely when the visor shuts, it fogs up the visor. One thing, so you're a bit like all confused. It makes you.
I found it quite difficult to actually see through the visor, and it was really annoying because I couldn't see much of the track, and then I think that's why I actually spun out, because I couldn't see ahead of me, and I turned because I was too busy like trying to open up the visor. I turned the wheel, and of course that caused me to spin out. So.
Oh well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
The next one. Well, we got the time. We got the provisional date will be the 19th of October, which is not this Sunday or the one after. It's the one after that.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure when these videos are going up, but yeah, Sunday the 19th is when we're thinking of doing the next round, and we're not too sure who's going. Well, definitely me and my dad, probably Tom, maybe Cam.
Possibly.
Depends.
Yeah.
And Ben can't because he works on Sundays, so that's going to be quite interesting for the championship with him versus my dad. Joe, but I'm not sure, Harry, and I think the rest of them can't really come anyway.
We'll obviously can't, because...
Yeah. So in terms of what Callum can do, I did work out some stats, but I didn't actually work it out for Callum, so I didn't know. Because what I've done is... I haven't got many friends. Joke. But basically, sorry if that was really loud by the way. What I've been doing is I've been working out what the predicted scores for all the people in the championship would be. So basically, at the end of this round, actually no, let's just go with Ben because he didn't do this round, so I don't spoil the result for you guys. Ben didn't take part in this round, so he's got 139 points. So I divided it by the amount of rounds he's done, which is 6. Which divides into 23.16 recurring, and then I times that by 7, which is the amount of rounds he will have done at the end of the season, and his predicted score will be 162 points. And for Job, I did the same thing, 123 divided by 6, they got 20.5, times by 7 is predicted rounds. I'm just guessing he'd only do one more, that'd be 144 for him. Then my dad, he's going to be able to do the last 2 rounds, so timesing his points all together, and he'd be on 171, so he'd actually beat Ben in the championship for 2nd place.
Wow.
And for Tom, I did the same, and his predicted to be 141, only 3 points behind Job, so it really depends. If Tom can up his game for the last 2 rounds, he could actually be in contention for 4th or maybe even 3rd in the championship, just depending how everything goes in the last couple of rounds.
Yeah.
And for Callum, mathematically, he can beat Will's dad by just coming one more time. He is already ahead of Ryan.
Woo!
So that means he's currently 10th in the championship, so that's good for him. He'll get a medal at the end of the season.
Yay!
And technically he could beat James, but it's going to be quite unlikely in all honesty.
It'll be unlikely.
He's got to be scoring 22 points in both the last rounds. So
I don't think I will.
It's going to be... Yeah, it's been unlikely, but overall it's interesting championship, guys, and I've worked out some new rules for next year to try and make it cheaper and also, still be interesting for you guys. So what I'm thinking for next year is doing 10 rounds and trying to reduce the price from £30 to go to 25 by doing less time in qualifying. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, just to make it over £100 cheaper over the year, which is quite a bit. It's about 2/3 of the cost as it is this year, so I'm just trying to get the price down so everyone can still keep coming.
Yeah.
As it's quite a good meet up every month to just talk to your friends and everything.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately now, when people back at school, people that have their jobs and everything, it's kind of you don't really get to talk to your friends much. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing I found as well, because before we went go-karting, I was actually working, so it was lucky that I was on that shift, on the shift I was given, because if I was given any longer, then I wouldn't be able to go karting. So,
well, you technically would, because we had such a long wait, but
yeah, true. But we didn't actually know that there was going to be a delay. So overall,
not too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, to someone who hasn't come before, would you rate the experience of going to Filching Manor go-kart?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it an 8. I think it was a lot of fun. Although I did find what I found was that the circuit was a little bit short.
Mm.
And I think if they made the circuit a little bit longer, it would have been like a lot more interesting and fun. So
they're going to change it just for Callum. They're going to make a long circuit. Just
yeah.
For him. And he can race that whilst we will drive the short circuit.
Yay!
So he's going to be last every time.
Yeah, that's gonna be quite funny.
But yeah, there are bigger tracks around, so we
Yeah.
could go to. But then you've got really fast karts, which might not be ideal for Callum.
Yeah.
Especially as you get thrown around a lot in there.
Because I just can't help it that I'm so small. I'm such a small person. I just go flying everywhere when the cart goes down a corner.
I think but I think actually as we were saying, I think the main reason you might have felt sick must have been fogging up the visor and getting hot inside the helmet, because that does sort of make you like your head a bit all over the place.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to concentrate, you're concentrating a lot on just keeping on the track.
Yeah. But then with the visor fogging up, you start panicking a little bit, and yeah. I think,
especially if you've never done it before, you're just like, what do I do?
Yeah. I think that it probably most likely is, yeah. And I think what made it slightly worse is the fact that with Alex's camera, he's just gonna go a corner now that's really, really bumpy.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made it worse for me, was the fact I was feeling a little bit ill, and going over that made it even worse. I thought, oh no.
I think it's because you weren't taking obviously you didn't notice, but you weren't taking the line that most people take.
Yeah. Because
you just think, oh, we're driving a straight line, it's a straight, but it's like some tracks in Formula 1, you got to avoid the bumps, and it's quicker than just going straight over them.
Yeah.
Even though just going straight over them will be quick, or be a shorter distance, it's not quicker because you're like losing control and all over the place.
Yeah.
So if we watch from Tom's here, you can see he goes out wide and sort of avoids the bumps. You still get a little bit of the bumps as unavoidable, really, but
yeah,
you sort of avoid getting thrown about all over the place. And that's definitely something for qualifying to realise. And obviously, it's your first time, you're only thinking about doing the lines, but maybe next time when you're thinking about doing the lines and sort of where you place the kart on the track.
Yeah, I think I most likely do that next time for it. So.
And also a lot of it's, I watched videos on Lid, which is another track I went to, and just watching track, like where you go on the track and everything, can also help. I suppose that maybe watching this is helpful for you just to sort of see where everyone brakes and stuff. A little bit unfortunate with the camera on the right hand side, it's the older GoPro and it sort of gets a bit foggy sometimes when you record for a long time, because the heat builds up inside the, I don't know what you'd call it, just like the
casing?
Yeah, the casing.
Yeah.
And the heat builds up and it just starts to fog up a little bit. But with Tom on the left hand side, the new one, you can see it's not happening at all.
Yeah.
And if we did 10-minute races, the fogging up stuff wouldn't happen, just because it's obviously short races and you just wouldn't notice it. But that's a little bit unfortunate, but overall not too bad.
Yeah.
So as we're going towards the end of the race, I'm not sure how many people are still watching to this point, but if you are interested, we're doing a Minecraft series over on Callum's channel.
Yeah, it's just called, the channel is just called Kaza Plays, and
Kaza Plays 1.
No, it's Kaza Plays.
Yeah,
the URL is Kaza Plays 1.
Yeah, the URL, that's what everyone's probably going to type in. So.
Yeah, so the URL for it is just Kaza Plays 1.
Yeah.
I think you said you're going to be doing some highlights of our recordings.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I might do a couple of videos on it and just send everyone your way. That's what I'm thinking about doing.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people want to see me do Minecraft, but I'm not sure. It just doesn't really fit into anything that I do on my channel.
Yeah, so I think if you do videos every now and then, it still satisfies that as along with keeping to your whole thing of racing Formula 1. So.
I'll probably do a couple of videos.
Yeah. And so my channel's mostly going to be Minecraft stuff. There might be a few interesting vlogs maybe. But yeah, apart from that, really, it's just going to be Minecraft stuff and me just playing with friends, sometimes on my own.
So you wanna hit 50 subscribers
before I affiliate myself with Machinima? Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, because the channel is got about it's not. I think affiliating myself with Machinima now is probably too early.
Yeah. So
I thought if I give myself more time, it lets me get into the system, and then I can affiliate myself. Yeah. Because I'll be used to the whole thing of recording, the editing, uploading, and all that stuff. So.
Yep, so if you want to go over there and subscribe, guys, he's about 20 just over 20 subs away from hitting 50 subscribers. So if you can help him get there, it'd be really nice.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be nice to like start it up and that. So.
And obviously, when he gets part of the machinery, he can do custom thumbnails and all that sort of stuff, which make the videos overall just a lot nicer to.
And more professional.
More professional for people to want to watch. So, yeah. We're getting towards the end of this race.
Yeah.
It
wasn't. I think towards the end, because I was watching from the pits, I could see there wasn't much competition. There wasn't much competition between you and Tom.
Well, we just opened. There was a gap, and it slowly went up and up and up. And then the last 5, 6, 7 laps, the gap just sort of stayed the same.
Yeah.
I sort of realised that the gap to Tom. I didn't stop pushing at all, but I was just like, my hands are so tired.
So this bit, Tom's just gone round the last corner, and you're up the top. So there's quite a gap between the two of you.
So you can, if we saw there, you could probably see him coming past on that screen.
Yeah.
So I think we'll show you guys at the end of the year some pictures of the sort of all the medal giving and all that sort of stuff, the trophy giving, all that sort of stuff. I'll show you that at the end of the year. If everyone's okay with it, I'll post some pictures of it. So yeah, that should be pretty fun to see everyone, and it should be quite cool. At the end of the year, the last race of the season's on a Saturday, because I've booked a day off work for it. It's on Saturday, the 15th of November is the last event, so that's the time we're doing it, and hopefully, as it's on a Saturday, everyone should be able to go, because unfortunately me and Ben work at the same place but on different days, so it's kind of hard, and we don't really want to do it on a Friday just because then nobody else can come. So.
Yeah, because I'll for example, I'll be still at sixth so
my dad will be at work, Joe will be at college, Harry will be at work, all that sort of stuff, so it's just like no one can really do it on Friday at the moment except me and Ben. So yeah, that's good. We are coming towards. No, I don't think it's this lap. I think it might be next lap, but we're definitely into the last 2 laps here, guys.
Yeah.
And you can see Tom just trying to keep it on the track. Now, you wouldn't really felt it, but towards the end of the race, my hands were just like.
They started going all like
numb. It was just like, oh my goodness, it was pretty horrible. But yeah. Overall, it wasn't.
Because the longest I did was the 10-minute qualifying, so it was nothing compared to doing a full 20-minute race. So
there's a checkered flag, and I've ended up finishing the race. I've won the race, and I've ended up clinching the championship, which is pretty good stuff. I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, at the time, I didn't really know what to think, because I was like, it's such a weird race. Unfortunately, only 3 people racing, 2 people finishing, but at the end of the day, you win the championship, and except from wheel, I would say I was generally between me and Ben for the fastest person, but obviously everyone's got a podium now. I think, could be wrong, except Callum and Ryan, which have only come once. But apart from that, everyone has got a podium, which is good. Yeah. So there we are, sliding to the pit.
Me on the side.
Yeah, and that is that. So let's have a quick look at the results here. I've won, Tom's second, and Callum is third, just the same as qualifying. And there are the championship standings. I'm on 267, Ben's on 139, 1 point ahead of Will on 138, then my dad on 133, then Job on 123. Tom has really put himself into contention here for a top 3 place in the championship with 110 points. Then Harry on 71, James on 63, Will's dad on 20, Callum on 20. But as Will's dad's got a win, he's mathematically ahead on race wins. And then Ryan sitting there in last place with 12 points in 11th place. There we are. So there we are, guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. I was actually quite happy that I've managed to get myself a medal. So
yeah, only 3 people that went.
Just for turning up, but yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. I'll leave a link to Callum's channel down below, so you can go and check it out and subscribe to him. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and goodbye.